Hey guys, welcome to another Ark Taming series video here on the Boston Chris Show. I appreciate you guys watching every single one of these videos. I hope you guys are checking them out. But today we are back on the Additional Creatures 2 or Additional Creatures Part 2 mod, which used to be Cammy's Creations. I'm really enjoying the mod for the most part. There are some creatures that I'm not a huge fan of. For example, the Anga Tarama. Could not find one of those on my Ragnarok server, which is strange, but hopefully we'll be making a video for one of those very shortly, if they're still in the mod. I'm not sure if they are or not. But tonight, we are doing the Edmontosaurus, which is, I believe, what kind of creature is the Edmontosaurus? I should have known this. They are a large theropod. I think. I think they're a theropod. Maybe they're not. I don't know. I think they're a theropod. If they're not, let me know in the comments down below. But we're gonna, we actually lucked out in that there's a breeding pair here, both really high level, and we're gonna try to get both of them. We're gonna tame them and then show you guys what they do and what they don't do, etc., etc. Let's check it out. So usually the first thing I like to do always when we do these taming videos is to try to see if there are any flyers that will pick said creatures up, right? So the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to test it with a wyvern. And I just have a plate wyvern from the, I think the Zetharian Creatures mod. And we're just going to go try to pick up one of these Edmontosaurus with the wyvern just to see if you can do it. I doubt you can. You cannot. So we're going to go back up. We'll try a Quetzal. We'll try a Rhino. And then we will just tame these guys right where they sit. Okay. So we know that the wyvern does not work. So now we will try a Quetzal. I have my Quetzal right here. Oh, you punk ass. And of course, it's going to leap off. There we go. Got that done. Alright, so now we will test this. Alright, the Quetzal also does not work, so we will get back up here. I don't know what that is. That is a Geo. That is also from the Zetharian Creatures, I believe. Anyway, we're going to try our Rhino Natha. I'd be willing to bet the Rhino will pick them up. So, but I just want to make sure so we can definitely know for sure. The Rhino does pick them up. So if you have a Rhino, then you are in luck. You can definitely get these guys moved that way. However, if you do not have a Rhino and you cannot move them, then I recommend one of two ways of getting these creatures. The first way is with a trap. And the easiest trap I have found is to just use metal gates or stone behemoth gates. And just put a square or a rectangle. Leave a little bit of a space in between one of the gates with another. That way you can shoot in at the creature. And then just run into the, shoot the creature and have it chase you. And then get it into the trap that way. You can also use just regular gates or walls and use a ramp to get them in also. Now, because I do not trust that this creature will not kill me once I shoot it, I am also going to get onto a creature that I can shoot off the back of. Because I'm higher level, I don't really need to put a trap up, but I am trying to show you guys how to do it if you are not high level. But anyway, we're going to use our trank gun, which has got shocking trank darts in it, and we're just going to knock this guy out right here. You will see that they will attack once you start shooting them. So that means you can get them to chase you into a trap, okay? The other thing you really have to be very careful of here is that its health bar is about a quarter of what its torpor bar is, okay? So just keep an eye on that. That means if you're not careful, You could kill this creature before you're able to knock it out if you don't have as good of darts or whatever, okay? Now it's torpor running, and I'm... Okay, so I am not good. Okay, wrong button. Alright, there we go. So now we're going to have to kill the Dinocuretas or whatever that are chasing it. And apparently I've jumped off. That's why we call this the Adventures of Taming, guys. The Dinocuretas were not here a second ago. Now our Edmonto is in the ocean. Fun times. Not a total problem. We're going to try to kill this geode. Oh my gosh. There's a lot of nope here, guys. We're not going to get the breeding pair, unfortunately, because the Geo killed one of them. Alright. Alright, so what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to get him picked up again with the Rhino, just to get him back on land. Get him back up here. And we have some new predators that just decided to spawn in. Yay. Again, you have to be very careful. You can see how low their health is. It would be very helpful if our darts would work as well. Alright, there we go. We got him knocked out. I don't know why he was moonwalking. He clearly wanted to go back to the water. But we got him knocked out, and we do have to worry about those creatures up there as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to hop off of the Rhino. We're going to get onto our bat. Wherever our bat is. By the time we find it, we might be dead, but it's fine. It's here somewhere. There he is. Alright, so we're just going to get up here and we're going to snipe these other creatures. Just so we don't have an issue. Oh! Let's go. Alright. Okay, that's not the right button. There we go. Alright, so the Edmontosaurus hopefully will be tamed up here in a minute. I'm such a hoarder when it comes to Ark. I don't know if you guys are as well. If you are, comment below. Do you guys save everything? Like, even when you're like 400 levels or whatever, you still save everything? But be right back. There's a frog in Mom's room. Nice. I have a frog that lives by my steps. So 9 regular kibble for this fella. And they will also eat crops and mayho berries and other berries as well, depending on what you have. All right. So we're going to actually use our Binturong here, which is going to do popcorn scent, a popcorn scent debuff on the creature, which increases its food drain and decreases the amount of time it takes to tame it. And again, my taming settings are 2.5 times taming here on my server. And so we'll read the dossier on this creature while we wait. Now, this creature spawns in the redwoods, the grasslands, the tundra grasslands on the center, tundra biome forest, the sanctuary city on extinction, and the green desert. When most hear of a dino called the rival to T-Rex, they may initially think of Spinosaurus or Giganotosaurus, perhaps some other large theropod, which means this is not a theropod. If you clarify to mean creatures that lived within its original time, they may say Ankylosaurus, Triceratops, or even Dakotaraptor. One of Tyrannosaurus's most common prey items was the large, unassuming Edmontosaurus. However, make no mistake, these creatures were larger than the original T-Rex and could easily kill them just the same as a Triceratops could. Here on the Arks, these large, generally cold water hadrosaurs, that's the word I was looking for, are far from defenseless. They are large herbivores adept at throwing their weight around to attack their aggressors. While capable of inflicting damage equal to that of T-Rex, they cannot keep up such a fight as long and may need to resort to weaker attacks or fleeing if they cannot defend themselves properly. Tamed, Edmontosaurus is an interesting mount. It's of a similar weight class as its infamous predator, but offers a lot of the same and different in a more versatile package. Due to its habit of running on its hind legs, it is more agile than one would think. It offers a lot of flexibility and power that most would only expect in large, aggressive animals, though at a bit of a cost of general strength. It makes a wonderful jack of all trades for any survivor. So again, just like any other creature, not any other, but most other creatures in these mods, you can tell it to sit down with the radial wheel by holding E on the creature. While they are sitting, they again will heal faster and drain food slower. Okay? Very important that you know that. We'll tell it to stand up. And then we're going to get him back to the base, and we're going to try to get a saddle and check out its abilities. At least she's not afraid of frogs the way she is beetles. And to be fair, that frog being in there will actually keep her roaches and shit down if she has any. Okay, so there we go. We're going to go to Edmontosaurus. It's a level 65 saddle. Wow, that's pretty late game. That surprises me somewhat. Let's see if we can figure out why it's such a high level tame. So we're going to grab a saddle for it, which takes 200 fiber, 380 hide, 50 metal ingots. All right, here we go. So let's put the saddle on there. So they are about the same size as a T-Rex, the pairs. So obviously this one is, they are obviously on 4 legs. But let's see what it does, if anything. The left click is a bite headbutt combo. Let's see what it does, or what it looks like. It is, I can tell you right now, this thing is slow. Like, it's really, really slow. It feels slow. Okay, so it won't fit through my gates. I might just get rid of those gates. I'm going to keep it real. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this attack. So, yeah, it bites and it headbutts, essentially. Alright, the right click is a stomp, which does a lot more damage. And the stomp cannot be done while you're moving. It does high damage, but it also comes at a high stamina cost. And it cannot be used at all if you don't have stam, okay? So you might want to fill the stam up. The C key is a rare stomp. That is pretty cool. So if you've got stuff eating your butt, like happens in this game a lot, you can use that. That can also not be done with an insufficient stam. And it has the same base damage and stamina cost as the stomp. But it has drastically higher knockback than the stomp. So, like, you could go over here, turn around, and then kick the piss out of this guy. And it is much slower doing it also. So you can stomp a lot faster than this. Yeah, it's a little slower with the kick. And it also has an X key roar for aesthetics. And that's about all that it does. So I'm going to assume, since this creature is unlockable, the saddle anyway, about 10 levels before the Rex, that this is kind of a Rex alternative until you get a Rex. At least as a fighter, perhaps. I wonder how good they would be in boss fights, to be honest. I don't imagine they would be very good. But they are cool looking. And that's pretty much what the creature does. It doesn't say anything about making anything cheaper or anything like, or not cheaper, but weighing less. It does not harvest bodies, as you can see. Let me see if it'll harvest a bush. It does harvest berries from bushes, so that's, I guess that's pretty good. But I mean, at this point in time, you've already probably got Stegos and Trikes and Brontos and stuff for that. So, although Bronto, I think it's a high-level saddle as well. But that there is the Edmontosaurus from the Additional Creatures Part 2 mod from Kami Creations. Very cool creature. It's definitely viable, I feel, maybe as a Rex alternative until you get a Rex later on. But yeah, pretty cool. I hope you guys liked the creature. If you liked the video, show it some love by hitting the like button. And of course, you can see more like this by subscribing for absolutely free. And we do release a new Taming series video every single week. So I appreciate everybody who's been following along on our Ark journey for the last few years. And I will see you guys in the next one.